Good morning. We're in Portland, Oregon. Got the AC blasting again, and just came in from outside being a little hotter. It's a lot cooler today though. It is 21 degrees Celsius. It's like a lot cooler today. Still sweat outside while working, but so I had a little mishap. So when I pulled into the yard to load these jingles, really tight corner there, my hoses going from the truck to the trailer must have hung over the side of the rail or the frame and caught a bolt. So I busted a hose right at the glad hand, and everything just locked up because I lost air pressure. I rubbed the other line right to the cords, and the electrical plug got broken right out. Luckily I had enough parts in the toolbox that I could fix the airline. And the electrical is not fixed, but I could slam it into the socket there and it stays there. It's just not secured in there super tight, so if I take tight corners it will likely pop out. So I'll keep a close eye on that until I can get to the shop and fix that. Even if I find a truck stop somewhere, I could probably buy that part somewhere. So traffic is really good here in Portland today. Really good. So I'll keep stopping regularly, checking everything, make sure everything's staying together that I've jimmy rigged, and then we'll fix it ASAP. As long as the lights are working, I'm legal. If the plug unplugs itself, I'm no longer legal, so I keep a sharp eye on that. So yeah, definitely an interesting morning. On the bright side, I have an appointment to load this load at 10 a.m. And I am rolling on the way out of Portland here. Going to cross into Washington here as soon as we hit the bridge here. And it is 9:30. This place is only the second time ever they have loaded me early. They are pretty strict on appointment times. But I went up to him and said, I know I'm really, really early, 2 hours early. I'm just going to park over there on the other side of the road, and I'll check in with you guys at 9:30. But if all of a sudden you guys catch up with everything, and you guys want to load me, I'll be parked there. There and go, sounds good, thanks. We'll see you at 9:30. Yeah. Figured as much. Almost like a knock on the door while I'm in the back printing out paperwork and stuff, and it's like, yeah, we'll actually take you right now. I'm like, awesome. Voice command.
Say a command.
Go home.
Start new route or out of next stop.
Start new route. Start new route. Realized I hadn't programmed GPS at all. I'm actually headed to Vernon, but this will get me at least going on the right direction. Seems like all my lights are staying on, so that's good. Always hate when this happens. Get stuck in traffic. There's a deep groove. But they stopped us for 24 minutes. Minutes. Oh well. I'm not sure why he's got. Oh, I bet you people turned around and gave up and went back. That's probably what happened there. Why there's such a gap. He doesn't want to move. Doesn't want to move every single time people move forward because one person turns around because they gave up. Notice the trees are starting to go yellow. Just a couple here and there. It's almost like it's August or something. I was just chilling out, listening to tunes, relaxing, emailing. It's a nice break. Shame I couldn't have pulled over and taken a 30-minute break. Ugh. The road's caving in. That's okay, I'll take a 30-minute break somewhere else. The road's caving in over there too. No idea exactly where we are on Highway 14, but we're rolling Highway 14 again. While we were stopped there, I did jump out and inspect the electrical plug and everything there, and it seems all good. Seems good, so that gives me some optimism that everything will stay together. But even with the stops on construction and stuff like that, I'm still running ahead of schedule, which is good. I like running ahead of schedule. So last night where I parked, however you pronounce it. I parked, got comfortable, just about to jump out of the vehicle to go for a little walk. I'm like, oh, there's a coyote standing right by my truck. It's a big coyote. I'm like, maybe we'll wait to go outside. And then a couple of raccoons. Raccoons actually, when I did my pre-trip, were underneath my trailer. It's like, whoa, what are you guys doing in there? They stayed there until I started up the truck and started moving, and I'm like, I'll just move slowly, and all of a sudden they go scampering away. It's like, okay. Wasn't expecting wildlife at that location. Now I'm just waiting for my paperwork to cross the border, and then we're good to roll. Well, I guess we're rolling now, but it's still many hours till we get to the border, so as long as we get the paperwork soon, should be good. Shouldn't have to wait for anything. I do know I am not going to stop and go for any hikes. I'm not going to make any unnecessary stops just to go for a hike or something like that. At the rest area, I walked around in the rest area, but that was a necessary stop. I had to take my 30-minute break because any unnecessary stops get us quarantined for 14 days. And apparently even stopping at a grocery store potentially could get you quarantined because you didn't think ahead and buy the groceries you needed. I have groceries for all week, but if I get stuck in the US for the weekend, I would need to buy groceries to get me back into Canada because it could potentially be deemed an unnecessary stop. That I did not know. So when I stopped in Jamestown and bought some clothing and some food and stuff like that in North Dakota at the Walmart there, that could have potentially been seen as an unnecessary stop. So I got lucky on that one that they didn't. It depends on the officer that's letting you in, right? So, but picking up packages for a friend definitely gets you quarantined. As my buddy found out, picking up a package for my brother, he's quarantined. Train. Oh, the windsurfer people are out again. I don't know if you can see, but there's not hundreds like yesterday evening, but there's a few out there. Say roughly, I'm counting 20 or so, maybe more. Oh yeah, there's quite a few sails out there. Tourist activities, all blocked out. There are no tourist activities. Trout Lake and Mount Adams. We're at half a tank of fuel now, so I'll definitely not fuel up until maybe not even today. It'll be the end of the shift tonight or tomorrow morning somewhere. Why did I not notice this yesterday, that a lot of these trees are getting golden? Jess loves fall, and she won't be able to come with me this year and enjoy fall like this. Such beautiful colors. Well, we do have a week of vacation coming up, so hopefully that week of vacation turns out to be a lot of fall colors. We're going to do a 48-hour road trip during that week. and then go kayaking and hiking and stuff like that. All outdoor, secluded places where we can do our social distancing. Just like that, everything's dried up. Not quite into the complete desert area yet. But you can see in the background there's less and less trees. Beautiful thing about driving Highway 14 along the Columbia River is how much the scenery changes. The different ecosystems that you drive through is always just gorgeous. Like I said yesterday, it would be fun to drive Columbia River all the way from the ocean to its source. All the trees are more stunted here. Yeah, if a fire got started here, it would rage through this stuff. Kind of fish in his talons. Yeah, fish looked like it was probably I'd have to say around 8 inches long or so. This is starting to feel a lot more desert-like. Approaching Highway 97 here. We're almost there. Not much grows here. Grass grows here in spring, but doesn't survive very long. It looks less hazy over this way. Sky looks a little bluer. I mean, it's a little hazy down low, right? But up higher you see nice blue sky, so less hazy. It's still hazy, but less hazy. I talked to a firefighter last week, and he goes, been having a really good fire season as it. Excuse me. There's been a real lack of fires so far. People have been very conscientious and not getting out of control fires going, and the ground's been wet enough. Such a wet spring, the ground's still fairly wet, so a lot of places still have moisture, so it's the fires that do start they grow slowly. Although this area here, the fire and wind here at the same time would just rage through here. It's so dry and windy. see a train way down there. I can see the wind turbines on the horizon. Both here on the Washington side and the Oregon side of the river. I know I'm shooting way too much video again, but I love this drive.
3/4 of a mile. Keep left to US 97.
There we go, Highway 97.
Continue on US 97. Seems like Penticton's got a forest fire. Darn. I just had to fly the quadcopter over here a little bit. We're near Dry Falls. Now Dry Falls isn't a park, so I'm not sure if we're allowed to fly in there. That's why I didn't go anywhere near Dry Falls. I would have stopped in Dry Falls and flown there, but I don't know if it's illegal. I know in BC it's not. Continue on Washington 17.
Just throw that clip in here. And since there's no audio from the quadcopter, you'll just be able to hear the truck running in the background. Figure that's better audio than nothing, and if I put music in, even if I think it's copyright free, years later I get copyright strikes on stuff that was copyright free. So, no music.
But enjoy the quadcopter video. It's just short little clips here. So thanks again for watching. Enjoy. Definitely see some fire. A lot of smoke. Looks like it's quite a forest fire over there. We're about 30 minutes from the border, so I'm not sure if that's the forest fire that Jess saw near the border or just south of Penticton, or if this is a different one. Because it looks a little bit too far to the west to be toward Penticton, but the mountains can trick you where north exactly is. This fire definitely seems like it's too close. I think this is on the US side, although we're only about 19 miles from the border. So I think I see another cloud in front of us. If you look right down the valley, it looks like there's another puff of smoke over there. So I think this one is in the US and the one north is in Canada. Definitely US side. coming up beside it. It's really close to the border. We're actually in the shade of the smoke. I don't know if this will show up on the video, but it's just a bright red sun in there. It's actually quite beautiful. Destruction can be beautiful too. So it's right beside us here, and we're about 8 miles from the border. So Jess says that forest fire up ahead there, calling it the Penticton fire. But the fire there is 250 hectares already and growing. Put a lot of people on evacuation notice because there's people that live in those mountains there. So basically, East Side Road is closed. Well, you don't do that too often. Looks like he's found his way off the road. Looks like he's fairly young. A couple of cars pulled over and are jumping out. Fire sure looks like it's spread out north and south quite a distance from all the ridges of mountains I can see covered in smoke. It's definitely going to be a huge fire. Jess says they have at least 4 water bombers on it, although I don't see any right now. This might be our last view of the fire, or the smoke of the fire, because we're going to take the highway, which is going to be on the other side of a mountain, so we might not actually be able to get to see it. There goes a fire truck. But if the wind changes, this town's in serious danger.
In 400 meters, turn left on 9th Avenue.
Oh, I see open flame up there.
Turn left on 9th Avenue.
It is very close to home. Oh yeah, I see lots of flame up there. Slowly working its way down the mountain. Yeah, if the wind changes and forces the smoke this way, forces the flames this way, this town could be in danger. If the wind changes the other direction and the fire goes north, then Penticton could be in serious danger. So it is not impossible that Jess will have to evacuate if the fire doesn't get under control. Man, that is a big fire. There's a lot of traffic here on the side of the road, all looking at the fire.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch on the very top of the Anderkiss too, and hardly off the highway.
Well, you have a good night. I'll see you on the road.
And poor buddy, safe travels.
Chatting with another driver. He was parked at the scale. Can't really see the flames from here, but beside me, whenever I get a glimpse, you can see just huge flames, bigger than trees size flames. Oh yeah, look at all these cars here. And look at all the slow traffic on the other side. Gotta be super careful here. Oh yeah, that fire is coming close to Penticton. Oh boy. I've got friends and family very close to that fire. Very, very close. I see a helicopter there. I see a few helicopters. So yeah, it's basically spread all the way from Penticton to OK Falls. Bunch more cars. Oh boy. Yeah, it looks like it's coming right to the Skaha Bluffs, and got friends that own part of the property on the bluffs, so this is going to be very scary close. Well guys, thanks for watching. I'll update you tomorrow on how this is going. Talk to Jess and see if we can stay updated. So thanks for watching. see you tomorrow. Oh, there's a helicopter right here hovering at the airport.
In 700 meters, turn left on Highway 97.
I don't know if you guys can see, but I see open flame up there all the way along the ridge. Yeah, the fire's here, right to Penticton.
Turn left at the traffic light.